Okay, so we've been reading from This is Buddhism. The one who introduced the patient to a great physician. The patient suffering from intractable disease, which is all people, and chapter 2, the one who introduced the patient to a great physician is Shakyamuni. The great physician, and then the wonder drug, and then completely cured, and then gratitude. 2. Someone introduced the patient to a great physician who alone could provide a cure. The one who pointed the way to the world's greatest physician was Shakyamuni Buddha. He preached Buddhism and showed humanity for the first time the existence of a great physician able to cure darkness of mind, humanity's universal sickness. Shakyamuni sought a path beyond the four inevitables of birth, aging, sickness, and death. Shakyamuni was born 2,600 years ago in the kingdom of Kapilavastu, the son and the heir of King Suddhodana and Queen Mahamaya. In early life, he was known as Prince Siddhartha. The prince was extremely bright, and he studied under the greatest teachers in the kingdom, learning martial arts as well as books. In a famous episode, his tutors resigned, saying, "We have nothing more to teach him." He was also thoughtful and level-headed. One day he saw a bird pecking at an insect and understood that the law of the jungle prevailed. He entertained grave doubts about a world where it was necessary to prey upon others to survive. At various times, he ventured out of the palace gates, observing in turn an aged person, a diseased person, and a corpse. These unpleasant realities had been hidden from him inside the palace. He was shocked to realize that he too was on the path leading inevitably to decrepitude, illness, and death. No amount of health, wealth, status, fame, or ability can offer protection from the sufferings of old age, sickness, and death. No happiness lasts forever. After he realized these things, the prince was unable to find lasting peace of mind or satisfaction. One night, Siddhartha happened to awaken and see the harem women, who in the daytime were beautifully dressed and vying in beauty, lying sprawled in indecent poses. Their unseemly appearance stunned him and made him feel he had been deceived. All pleasures were surely the same, he realized, mere distractions. At the age of 29, the prince left the palace and went deep into the mountains, where he performed penances in search of true happiness. After 6 years of rigorous ascetic practices beyond what anyone before him had attempted or imagined, finally, under a Bodhi tree, he attained the supreme enlightenment of a Buddha. For the 45 years until his death at age 80, Shakyamuni preached sermons that his disciples recorded. These became the Buddhist scriptures or sutras, more than 7,000 in all. Okay, up to here for today. And actually, something very nice that always speaks to me is about how before he became a Buddha, his name was Siddhartha. As a young man, he was so thoughtful and level-headed. And one day he saw a bird pecking at an insect and understood that the law of the jungle prevailed. In the other book we have, ABCs of Buddhism, this part is actually depicted very beautifully using animation or manga comic form. And yeah, Siddhartha would see the bird come down and quickly grab a little insect on the ground and then fly away. And Siddhartha is shown to think, like, why should the weak be always preyed upon by the stronger ones? Um, the insect didn't do anything wrong, just was going about its business, while suddenly its life got cut short. So this kind of contemplation or meditation is actually very important to kind of stop the busyness of the mind, all the noise, and have a sense of wonderment or ponder things. Yeah, this is very important. So I think that's why when we spend time in nature, it's very healing for us, because there are countless opportunities to stop, pause, and wonder why things are the way they are. And while, yeah, Siddhartha was feeling sorry for this insect and why this bird had to eat the insect, actually then he saw that a larger bird came and grabbed this middle-sized bird and ate that one too. So it's like a chain, food chain. Wise, but he entertained grave doubts about a world where it was necessary to prey upon others in order to survive. I think many of us who choose to walk the spiritual path, we also have been having grave doubts about a world where people justify their actions of preying upon others to survive, and we are not cool with that. So, it's one thing to give up and say, well, this is what everyone does, and it's something else to stop and say, no, I aspire for a world where it's possible not to have that. And what is that world like? I think that's the beautiful world we build within ourselves, and we can connect to other like-minded friends like all of you here. And together we go forward, because we are not comfortable with the status quo, the way things are. So good job, everyone, for being here, aspiring for more joyfulness in life. And today is Monday. We're going to have the Right View Lab, 8 p.m. Pacific time, and have a wonderful start of your week. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Vita. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Take care.